Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order. Folks, we are on book 2 of the Star Wars Adventures for episode 2, written by Ryder Wenham. This one's called The Cavern of the Screaming Skulls. I remember saying this in my review. What an awesome name. It is an awesome name. I just wish they would have added some original art to all of these books, but since it was a book club from Scholastic, not too much effort went into it. Now, that was on the design. As writing goes, Ryder Wenham does another, hit a home run out of the park with this one. Obi-Wan Kenobi is now the focus of it. At first it continues where he's trying to find Anakin, who land on this planet. Anakin easily defeats the animal and then there's a little kid running into the woods going, "Hey, my parents are biologists or zoologists, and we came to the planet. Sure, we didn't have permission to come, but we wanted to study some of the flora and fauna here, and these people kidnapped us, and they've got my mom and dad. Can you please help me?" And at first I thought, it's a trap. But Anakin sees that, the kid's really in trouble, and he feels bad for the kid because he misses Smee, his mom. So he agrees to go help him, even though he knows he probably should stay here because Obi-Wan's going to needs to find him, but he decides to go off with the kid. Well, of course, Obi-Wan is trying to track him down, sees that Anakin has kind of, left the campsite he was at, and so follows him, meets up with him and says, "What's going on here?" "Oh, okay." Well, he said, "Well, someone needs to," well, they go to this tribe of people, the Skull Clan, the Screaming Skull Clan, I guess, I don't know. And one of the people that Obi-Wan is with, and has been since the very first book, turns out to be the Skull Queen all of a sudden. Her name was Marinia or whatever, and suddenly her name she starts being referred to as the Skull Queen because she's the Skull Queen. And they've trapped this kid's parents between these 3 stones that are kind of like magnets, and they're going to crush them over the next few hours. The only way to stop the stones from crushing them is to find these gems, these power gems that will stop it. If you try to stop it on your own, it'll create a cataclysm which will just, blow up half the planet. So there's always been a prophecy that the markings of the Sunrunner, someone who is brought here by the markings of the Sunrunner, will find their, power gems. And so this is probably prophecy. And Obi-Wan is maybe the Jedi, or maybe Anakin, but Obi-Wan decides, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go with the Skull Lady here, and we're going to try to stop this. Now, what happens is, the reason, why are they killing the zoologist, okay? First off, they were trespassing, but her daughter, the Princess Skull Girl or whatever, thought that they were poachers and did not do an investigation, or gave them a death sentence, which Obi-Wan and Anakin are not like, well, we're going to help you because you guys messed up. You shouldn't kill zoologists. I guess poachers are okay to kill. I don't know, but they kind of glaze over that. But other than that, Obi-Wan goes with the Skull Queen to go on a mission to retrieve all 3 gems. And of course, what are they going to be doing? They're going to be, trying to escape, traps, animals, vicious animals on the planet, and of course, insectoids. Because if you can't kill droids, you can always kill insects. So the insectoids are the last villain they have to face to get all 3 gems. There is a funny scene in it where they're going through a dark cavern. Obi-Wan holds her hand, and then he tries to let go. She went, "No, I like holding your hand." Obi-Wan goes, okay. He didn't know what to do. And later on, he says, "Well, I need this hand because I need to use my lightsaber." Then later on, he uses his lightsaber again, but uses his opposite hand. And the Queen looks at him and goes, "I thought the other hand was your lightsaber hand." He goes, "It is. Just not this time." It was great. So Obi-Wan's trying to avoid, any romantic relationships with the Skull Queen. After they find the Power Stones, they do set the parents free. Everyone's happy, and at the very end of this, the daughter and the mother fight over who's going to get to marry Obi-Wan now. Wait, what? She's like, "Yes, I should marry Obi-Wan. It's prophesied." She's like, "Where? In your diary?" She's like, "Well, I am the royal princess, so whatever I write is, law. So yes, he's to marry me." She's like, "No, he's going to marry me, and because he held my hand in the caves." And Butler Swan looks at Obi-Wan. He went, "I was trying to guide her through it." He didn't know that's what it meant. And it basically ends on that cliffhanger where they're both fighting over who's going to marry Obi-Wan. Now, of course, Anakin's smirking, and Obi-Wan's going, don't, Anakin. So there's still like a lot of camaraderie there between the two of them, which I thought was really cool. And I did like how they, like I said, building on that relationship. Jude Watson, in a way, now that I'm thinking about this, Jude Watson may have harped too much on Anakin's shortcomings and not enough on the good things that he would do. Because I think that it should be a mix of both. Sure, every once in a while he fails Obi-Wan, but it seems like in the Jedi Quest books, he's continually failing Obi-Wan or disappointing Obi-Wan. Whereas this one, it's more like Obi-Wan, even though Anakin's a little, there's one scene he's like, Anakin's practicing with these pro droids. This may be in the first book now that I think about it. But he goes, Anakin, I told you to meditate. What happened? He went, I got bored. I got restless is what he said. He went, that happens a lot with you. And he goes, oh, by the way, before you leave, clean up these droids, the pro droids. He went, but the sweeper droids will do that. He went, you weren't supposed to destroy them. You could have just stopped them without destroying them. So Anakin uses the Force real quick to just wipe it all into the trash can. And Obi-Wan kind of goes, if the sweeper droid gets an inferiority complex, this is all your fault. And Anakin goes, hey, it's all on him if he's getting a complex over me cleaning up. I love the jokes in there. There's a lot of good humor. And like I said, the stuff that we see, especially in episode 3, but definitely in episode 2, that they kind of have this little friendship going on. And of course, Anakin's a little strong-headed in episode 2, but I like that writer puts that in. I don't know how easy these books are to get, but definitely worth your time. Definitely worth your time. So what about book 3 of this 3-part story arc? Talk about it next time.